Hey guys, a lot of what men are looking for these days, and I think what men have been looking for forever, is something bigger than themselves to serve, something bigger than themselves to give their lives to, something large, something transcendent, something that's meaningful, something that's valuable, something that's worthwhile that they can throw themselves into. It's one of the reasons, for example, why I'm finding a lot of younger men are looking for Christ in his church these days. They're looking for something transcendent, something big and large in order to give their lives to, in order to find meaning and fulfillment in. That's beyond sort of the things that they've engaged themselves with, whether it's been video games or even the relationships that they've had or their jobs or any of the other things. You know, they try all these things, they do all this stuff, and they can find some meaning in them, but they know there's got to be more to life, that there has to be something bigger out there and more worthwhile, and ultimately they find their way to Christ and his church. And I think that this is actually a natural inclination in everybody, and I find young men especially nowadays are feeling it acutely, maybe in a way that's not been felt for a while. And my favorite quotation from St. Augustine, it's in the very first chapter of his Confessions, the very first paragraph. He's talking to God, and he says to God, "Lord, you have made us for yourself, and our hearts are restless until they rest in you." And I think this is true. I think everyone is hardwired with a desire for something that's ultimate, that's transcendent, that's bigger than life. And for whatever reason, we've come to a cultural moment where young men are feeling that especially. And so part of the reason that I'm engaging in social media and that I'm on here is to help men find that. So I encourage you, yes, if you're a religious man, go to your church, to your mosque, to your temple, to your synagogue. Go and reconnect with God. It'll give ultimate meaning to your life, And if you're not a religious man, go find something that's outside of yourself, something bigger than yourself, something that has really great value in order to serve. Because I think ultimately our own masculinity is given to us as a gift, and that we are not fulfilled as men until we are able to give our gifts to the rest of the world, to put ourselves in service to something that's greater than ourselves. And so look for those things. If you find yourself restless, if you find your own heart restless and ill at ease, it may be that you're not living up to your potential, that you're not living for something big enough yet. So it may be time to take a step back and to give a little consideration to that and see which way your life is going. Maybe there's a whole lot more that you could be doing. Maybe the world's a bigger place than you thought. Maybe you've been holding back on your gifts and you really haven't stepped up into your fullness yet. If I can be helpful in that, let me know. And be encouraged along the way. The world needs men with great hearts and with great vision and with great goals and with great ambition and aspiration and all. We need that. Don't hold yourself back. If you play small, you'll feel it, and your soul will be crimped, and you'll be unhappy, and the world will miss out on the gifts that you have to offer. So please, in whatever way you can, step into your fullness and offer your gifts to the rest of the world. We thank you for it.